What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the Onebot S7 folding electric bike. Now this one is different than a lot of the other bikes we've had on the channel. It's a lot smaller, and yes, it does in fact fold. Now it's also going to be a lot less expensive. You know, a lot of these bikes that we're reviewing are up over $1,000. This one starts at $430 plus we have an exclusive code down in the video description, save you another 5%. That's going to put it at roughly $407. Now we're going to talk about what we like about this bike, as well as, you know, some of the cons and things you need to think about before you consider buying. So let's get into it and find out if this S7 is for you. All right, so let's talk about what we have here. This is the Onebot S7 folding compact e-bike. And it is definitely different than some of the larger, bigger e-bikes we've had on the channel. What really makes this unique is that, well, yes, it folds and it's small. This is one of those bikes that a lot of people use to kind of finish off a commute. Maybe you take the train to work and you have maybe a half a mile to your location. You can bring this on the train, jump off, and finish on the e-bike. Also, I could see people buying these things, throwing them in campers, putting them in trunks of cars for final destinations. They're definitely a lot easier to transport than a lot of the larger e-bikes that we've reviewed on the channel. Now it is small with the 16-inch wheels. To me, it feels a lot like an electric scooter, right? It's got pedals, you can absolutely pedal it. It is a bike, but it kind of has a little scooterish feel to me. It does have a 36-volt, 350-watt motor. That's a brushless motor in the rear hub. That's tied to a 5.2 amp hour battery. It's gonna give you 16-ish miles of just pure electric riding, or 28 miles of pedal assist. Now, both of those numbers, they're definitely subject to where you're riding and how you ride and all sorts of conditions. So don't expect to get exactly those numbers. Definitely you're gonna get less than that, maybe 60, 70% of those. Tops out at about 15 or 16 miles an hour, so it's not super quick. It has 3 different pedal assist modes, or 3 different speed modes. So if you're in pedal assist mode 1, not only will it help you adjust a little bit, also it kind of limits the electric throttle, which is on that right hand grip, which is kind of fun. Feels a little bit more like a motorcycle. If you go to 2 or 3, you get a little bit more assist. You also get a little bit more speed. So if it's in 2, you're not going to get that full 15, 16 mile an hour top speed, but if it's in 3, you will. There is a really nice rear suspension on this bike, and it does a nice job of helping smooth some of those bumps. Now, you're not taking this thing off-road. It is definitely an on-road bike. Now, I am 5'11", and I had no problems riding this little bike. My wife, who's 5'4", also fit it fairly well. You know, the seat is adjustable, so you can move it up or down. There was also a little bit of room to lower it if you happen to be a little bit taller than me, or raise it if you happen to be a little bit shorter than my wife. Now, I do like that it is a small foldable unit, but it's not light, right? This bike is still 44 pounds. So even once you get it compact, you gotta be able to lift it. So you gotta keep that in mind. Now, yes, I do think it'll fit in trunks of most full-size sedans, so that's positive, but you still gotta lift it up and over to get it in. So kind of keep in mind, all e-bikes are going to be heavier than a traditional bicycle, right? We have the motor, we have the battery. Actually, the battery is where a lot of the weight is stored. So just kind of remember that all e-bikes are going to be heavy, not like some of these giant mountain bikes that I've been using. Those are 80, 90 pounds. This one, about half that at 44. Also keep in mind, this bike is small, and it maxes out. The max rider capacity is 265 pounds. So if you're bigger than that, you're going to want a different option. Well, this bike came to me in a decent sized box. You know, the box is about 50 pounds or so, so it's kind of heavy, right? Bike is 44. And really, all you got to do is kind of open the box. You're going to want to cut all of the, you know, zip ties and packaging that's holding it together. But really, you're just kind of adding the seat and the mud flaps if you want them on there, and just kind of inflating the tires, and it's pretty much ready to go in, you know, 10 or 15 minutes. The Onebot S7 has some really nice and comfortable hand grips. I was really pleased to see that. And the LCD screen on this thing is basic, simple, and easy to see in bright sunlight, which is a bonus. You may have noticed that a lot of the videos here are from the sky. That's right, on Half Chrome here, we do a lot of drone reviews. I use two different drones to kind of take a lot of this footage, the Skydio and the DJI Avata, two fantastic drones that I was able to capture footage. If you want to learn more about them or other drones, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about this bike or really anything else related to e-bikes or drones or cameras or electronics, we do all that stuff on the channel. Please leave a question down below and I'll get back to you. Anyway, good luck everyone and happy riding.